I made these custom minis at home, and you can too. I love using minis in my games, and I have a few custom 3D printed ones. They're great, but they cost a lot of time, effort, and money to make, and I don't have one for every character, and definitely not every monster in my games. So I made a system where you can take your favorite images and make custom 3D minis from them. You can also make a bunch of colored minis really quickly so you're ready for any situation. And you can pack your minis flat so they take up almost no space at all. This is 25 minis. Best of all, you can grab the files for free by signing up to my newsletter, link in the description. So how does it work? You'll need the files, a printer with ink, some thick paper, a pair of scissors or paper trimmer, a ruler, and a tool with a sharp edge, such as a modeling knife or pair of nail scissors. First, download the files to your computer. You can make custom minis or quickly print a set of colored minis for your games. Let's go with the custom minis first. Open the custom minis PDF file for your paper size and jump to one of the pages with mini templates. You can make 3 types of minis: image-only minis, and minis with a thin or thick base. I'm going to go with the thick base minis, which are almost as tall as a typical 3D printed mini, so they don't get lost in the crowd. First, upload an image. Images will rescale to standard card aspect ratio 2.5 by 3.5, so it's best if your images have that ratio. If you want to crop an image, you can do that with a free account on Canva or some other method. If you don't have any images, don't worry, you can just use colors instead. I've got some images for my party, so let's add them. Next, if you want, you can add titles to your minis at either the top or bottom of the main image. These end up so tiny, they're really cute. Upload a title banner in your favorite color and then add text. If you want, you can add an identifier such as a number to your minis. We don't want to do this for the party because they're unique. Finally, add a color base. You can use the same color for each team, or use different colors to differentiate each mini or group of enemies, for example. Let's set the party up against an army of goblins or any other green creature by making some solid green minis. Since it's an army, let's differentiate each mini by adding numbers to them. Next up, printing. I use 250 GSM paper. Thicker paper makes for better minis, but you should make sure that your printer supports the paper thickness that you want to use. I've added links to the tools and resources that I use to make my minis to the video description and pinned comment. Make sure your printer is set to print on cardstock at actual size, and then print the page that you want to. Designs automatically copy across every page with mini templates, so it's easy to change your mind about which type you want to make after you design your minis. I still want the tall ones, so let's hit print. The next step is cutting your minis out. I've tried a few different paper trimmers, and I'm not confident with any of them for precision cuts, so I just use my trusty old pair of scissors. Cut inside the guide marks on the outside of your printed minis. We'll talk about this cut in a second, leave it for now. Last up is assembly, and you have a few options here. You can glue or blue tack your minis together if you cut off one of the tabs, or you can use both tabs to keep things elegant. Let's go for using both tabs. This will let us keep our minis flat between sessions, and we won't need to use blue tack inside our minis. Use a ruler and a tool with a sharp edge to score the sections between each side of the mini and between the mini and each tab. A modeling knife is best, but you can get away with another tool with a sharp edge, such as a pair of nail scissors. To score full color minis, simply measure the mini side width, in this case 2 centimeters, and score there. Next, cut a hole through the left tab, making sure you don't cut the tab off. If you do by accident, that's okay, you can get the blue tack out. Finally, fold your minis, then push the small tab through the hole in the large one and your minis are ready. If you just want to make a set of coloured minis, I've set up a file with pre-prepared minis that you can print. You can also edit the colours or identifiers quickly before printing them. If you print every mini in that file, I expect you'll have enough for any combat in any game. One of the things I love the most about these minis is that they pack flat. I store my minis in the card binder I take to my games, along with matching custom cards in each colour. This makes it really easy to set up any combat. Just choose a colour, take the cards and minis to match, write down the name of each enemy or group on the card, and set or display the initiative order with the cards. Of course, player characters get special cards. I made these cards using my TTRPG Cards Made Easy, which lets you make custom cards like these at home. The first time I made them, I was amazed at the quality of cards that you can make at home. What do you think? Here I'm using cards for initiative, but there are lots of other ways that you can use them, including character or NPC calling cards, custom oracles, or monster trophies. Your imagination really is the limit. In a similar way to custom minis, you upload your image and then customize it. You get a range of card backs that you can use to differentiate your cards, and you'll likely want to finish them to give them that professional look. TTRPG Cards Made Easy will be coming to Kickstarter soon if it hasn't already. I've added a link to the project and sample pack in the description. The minis I made are 2 cm square, which makes them great for medium-sized creatures on standard square maps. But what about large creatures or hex maps? Would you like to see an option to make 4 cm minis or hex minis? If you would, let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more TTRPG content, including print-at-home creations to bring to your table.